Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and today we have the head coach of the Southeast Knights, Coach Forster. Hey, Coach, tell our audience who you have on with you today. What plays you have on, what positions they play. Then I want you to give an update on where your season's at and what you're looking forward to. Is this the middle of the season yet?
Pretty much, yep. It's the middle of the season.
All right. How you plan to finish off the last part of the season? The ball is in your court. I just kicked the field goal.
Appreciate you, Cascade Sports, Mr. Nelson. Appreciate you. Today we have senior captain Raeford Parks, number 3. You can raise your hand. Plays wide receiver and DB, outside linebacker for us. And then we also have on freshman Devohn Dudley Reese, number 15, if you can raise your hand. So he starts at QB, at quarterback for us. And like we were saying, we're at midway through the season. We just came off a win against East High School, very scrappy team, a very physical team. Just came off a good victory against them last Friday. And we're
coach.
It was 26-22.
Run the game down from the beginning to the end, and where you see your team, what you see your team has accomplished, the different parts, the defense and so forth. Run that down, and where do you plan to go with that?
We started off the game strong, offense and defense. We did what we were supposed to do. We missed a couple opportunities, but we also went back and reevaluated and took some good opportunities back in our favor.
That was at halftime?
I'm sorry?
Was that at halftime? You said you reevaluated?
No, that was in the first quarter.
All right.
Yeah, that was in the first quarter. Halftime, we got up 26-8. And then, us being a younger team and not as experienced, we kind of let our foot off the gas as a collective whole. So we allowed East to make some plays. Kudos to them for taking advantage of, what we was giving them. And they got it a little bit closer in the fourth quarter. But big shout out to senior Kelshawn Walker. Came up with a forced fumble. And then William Judon, who's also a senior, came up with the fumble recovery within the last 30 seconds of the game to seal the game for us. We had a big game from our quarterback, our freshman quarterback. He threw for 3 touchdowns, over 250 yards, only 1 interception. So he did well for himself with only his third game playing, third
Coach,
game starting.
I'm interrupting you because I want to talk about that freshman. What made you start a freshman?
He came to us kind of towards the end of the summer, and he was very, very confident in his abilities. And I'm never one to shy away and want to diminish a kid's confidence. So he said he played quarterback and he could throw the ball. We saw that that was actually true. He could throw the ball at 6'1", 220. He can actually put the ball out there and put it on a rope, or he can put it over top. Then we just had to get him worked into the offense. So he just had to learn the offense to where he felt comfortable with it. That obviously takes some time, so we weren't able to start him right away. But now he's got a good grasp of the offense, of the play calling, the game of the speed. I mean, he's coming from his nickname is 13U, so he's coming from Pop Warner, where they don't have a play clock. It's not necessarily a hurry up. There's a coach behind you. This is big boy football, so we didn't want to put him in there until he was actually ready. We felt he was ready as a coaching staff, and he's done a great job so far of navigating the offense and getting the ball where the ball needs to be, because that's his only job, is just get the ball where the ball needs to be. And then we got guys on the outside, we got guys in the backfield that can make the plays.
This program is brought to you by Computerized Auto Search.
So,
what's your corners looking like?
Our corners are good. Our corners are solid. They're seniors. We got one that's a sophomore that also rotates in as well. So looking for big things from him. But our 2 corners are they're studs. They played a heck of a game last week.
How did they come back, Coach? What part of the team went to sleep? Was it the line? Was it, or I'm saying, did they come back? You had them. They had 8 points, and you had them. I think you said you were 21-8 at one point or something like that.
Yeah, it was 26-8.
All right. What allowed them to come back? What part of your team broke down?
I would say just the mentality part of it. The mentality of them thinking that, of the players still thinking that we're up, and it's an IL game, and they think that East was going to go away, and they weren't going to go away. So we kind of took our foot off the gas, mentality wise, and it took a couple plays for us to get hit in the mouth, for us to finally wake up and realize, like, hey, the game's not over yet. It's not a blowout. They still within scoring range. They're still within scoring distance. And then next thing you know, they was within within a chance to win the actual game. We just have to get to that point. And I don't think this team as a collective whole has been to a point to where they're playing with some of the leads that they have early on in the game. So we just have to get to that point where we can play through all 4 quarters and finish it out, which I think we'll get to once the midway season gets through, and then we get into these later games and we get into districts. I think the team is coming along to where they understand that.
So going forward, where are you going the next half of the season? What are you telling your team? What are you looking? What are you looking to finish up? What are you looking to finish up in the IL as it relates to your record? And what do you look to finish up all overall in your conference?
Well, we want to finish out with a winning record. That's always been the goal since the beginning of the year. We don't want to break even. We want to finish out with a winning record. We got a tough couple of games towards the end against St. Michael's and Summit Christian, and then Lincoln Prep is our last game before districts. So
you got a bruising schedule.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll be good for us before districts. We one of the
quarterback. Your quarterback over there, like, that's what you think, Mr. Nelson. I got this.
That's how you're supposed to.
Me off camera.
That's how you're supposed to think. That's how you're supposed to think. So, like I said, we got a tough schedule leading up into districts, but it's only gonna make us better for districts. We want to win out the rest of our games. More than likely, once we get to Lincoln, that'll be for the IL championship. I mean, that's great. That's a stepping stone for us. But it's gonna be a dogfight. So we know they got some.
I'm like, is the IL turning to 250 and over to be quarterback?
And it's just it might be a standard. So
yeah, because big boy, you know what? I got ready to say, oh, Julius, you should bring in one of your linemen on. That's good. Oh boy said, no, I'm the quarterback.
Yeah, he's the quarterback for sure.
All right, let's get busy with him. All right, quarterback. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself. Coming up from Pop Warner, first time that you start playing ball, give the propers to the coaches that helped you develop your skills. Run it down.
I'm Devohn Dudley. I'm 14 years old. I'm a freshman. I played last year. I played 13U with the Rebels. Coach Papa was the head coach of the whole thing. That was his program. He got a lot of things on there. And then Coach Will, he helped me, like, toward defensive part, but Coach Papa and another coach,
what
Coach
they teach
Cecil,
you that you retain, that you feel good about?
Just like everything, for real. The way I throw, like every play after every play, there's no break. You got to keep fighting until it's 0-0, until the clock is gone.
Who you play for? Did you play in the middle school?
I didn't play for my school.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, for Biddy, like South Suburban or any of the leagues.
Yeah, I played for the Rebels.
From what grade to what grade? Our people don't know. You got to tell them.
From third grade to 7th, 8th grade.
All right, what position were you playing?
I had played quarterback the whole time I was there, and I had played outside in DN.
That's important because let me tell you this, son. we got a lot of college coaches that look at these interviews, and if you can play and you got that, give your measurements, your statistics again.
I'm 6'2", about 220.
Yeah, there's some coaches salivating right now, waiting to see what you're gonna do over the next 3 seasons. Coach, am I lying?
No, he's legit. He's serious.
Yeah. So how was it when you did your first start this season? Put yourself in the huddle. Put yourself in the frame of mind, because I want our audience to be in that frame of mind. What was it like when you did your first start as a varsity player? How was you feeling?
I was happy playing on varsity and stuff, because my whole life I have always been playing against bigger and better guys than me. So I just went out there and just played my game, had fun doing it.
Did you know how, hey Julius, how do you do that? Do the kids know that they're going to start the night before the game, or do you tell who's going to start right when the game comes?
No, we just went through practice. We just started on a Monday practice and started getting them reps in there. He had already been in the rotation at quarterback. We just haven't put him out there yet. Like I said, we just needed to get him.
But I'm saying, what I want to know, did he know that he was going to start that game? Some coaches, they don't tell you who
he knew
to start until he knew. In the locker room and they point to you. You starting the day.
No, it's no point in putting that on the kid last minute. He knew from the get-go that the week he was going to actually start. He didn't know the previous week that he was going to go in, but he knew the week that he was going to start out the game. And so, like I told him, he's a kid. He's a 14-year-old kid. At the end of the day, he makes mistakes. We get that. I'm not really worried about the mistakes. I just want him to learn from the mistakes and not make the same mistakes over and over. And he's done a good job of that the past 3 weeks.
What was that like? What was on your mind? How long before you knew that you were going to play? The day before the game, you knew you were going to play?
I kind of figured I was going to play because of the against Southeast versus Devohn game. I went out there. I just had fun and I played. We didn't win, but I just had fun. I went out there and played. I threw a touchdown pass my first high school game.
How did that feel?
So felt great. Felt great.
Did you know you have it under control? How many snaps did you have before you threw that first touchdown, approximately?
I'll say about 4 or 5.
Where was it at?
Huh?
Where were you at? Where was it at? How many yards did you throw on that touchdown?
It was like on a 20, 15-yard line.
And what kind of pattern? Do you remember?
The play?
Yeah, the play.
It was a wheel route to me.
It was to you? Ow, baby boy say, I know what it was. You grabbed it on in. You snatched it on in for the bro.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Hey, so, big man, what do you have lined out for your personal season? Did you set some personal goals out at the beginning of the season for yourself?
Not for real. I just want to have fun and just play the game that I love.
That's all? All right. That's good. Where do you see yourself right now on a 1 to 10 with your arm strength?
With just my arm?
Yeah, your arm strength. Because Coach alluded, he said that you could tightrope it or whip it or something that connotated that you had like the rocket arm. So I want to know what's up.
I'll say about a 10. I still got practice.
Now hold up, Coach. Now he done went all the way to a 10. He got a 10, or where is he at? Don't lose your credibility, Coach.
In my eyes, he got about an 8, but it's just getting acclimated to high school football. That's all. His biggest thing is he's been bigger. He's been the biggest guy on the field. So, throwing down has been his MO. But now you got guys like we got wide receivers that are 5'10", but we got wide receivers that are 5'8". We got wide receivers that are 6'4". We got wide receivers that are 6'3". So now he'll getting that ball up, and then we got guys that are faster. So putting the ball out there, it's just tuning it up. That's all. He'll be at a 10, hopefully before the end of the year is over with.
On a 1 to 10, what's his footwork like as a quarterback?
His footwork is good. I'll give his footwork is very. That was probably the biggest surprise for me. Him being the size that he is, being able to move in the pocket. He hasn't. Kudos to his offensive line, but also kudos to him. He hasn't been sacked in 3 games, so he moves. He moves well within the pocket.
Hey son, tell me this. Have you been timed in the 40?
Huh?
The 40. 40-yard dash.
Oh,
no, he just got here.
All right. How much time do you spend in the weight room?
To be honest, I really ain't started lifting weights or nothing like that. It just mainly been push-ups and pull-ups, stuff like that.
With Cascade Sports being home to student athlete, how important is your books and your education?
That's the main thing. That's where it starts at, grades. If I ain't got the grades, I can't play.
Excellent. So, are you a student of the game?
Student, what that mean?
Student of the game. That was what I was going to ask Coach also. How well is he comprehending the game? And
He's caught on these past 3 weeks. He's caught on pretty fast. That's another thing. Just coming from Pop Warner. Excuse me. Coming from Pop Warner, he's got Huddle now. So we got him access to Huddle. So it's just a matter of not just watching Huddle, but learning what to watch. So we'll sit down after the game is over with. The following Monday, we'll sit down. We'll look at our past game, and then we'll look at our next opponent and see what different things that they do, what a coverage is, who our read keys are, different things like that to set them up to be successful for the week. But it just comes with time. You just got to get it. It comes with time. We force it down force it in his memory and force it down his throat going forward. He's got to take it week by week, game by game.
How you feel you get along with your teammates?
Good. Sure. Everybody do their job and stuff. We just go out there and have fun. Get the ball where they going, and let them do the rest.
Who's been a mentor to you in your personal life?
I'd say Coach Foster starting to be a mentor. My dad.
What's his name? You want to shout out? We want the people to know who your dad is. What's his name?
Yeah, Rashawn Dudley. That's my dad.
Hey, shout out from the baby boy. Hey, I think you better do something with your mama before you get popped. You shouting out to mom? What's mom's name?
Mom's name is Reese.
Hey, Miss Reese, baby boy shouting out to you. He's hypnotized right now and almost forgot that where he get his dinner is bread and butter from. Hey, so who's your next opponent?
Our next opponent is Agape High School.
Where's that at, Coach?
They're located kind of around Jefferson City, Stockton, Missouri. So they travel up here on Friday tomorrow, and we'll play them.
What is that going to look like?
It's a team, honestly, that we don't know much about. We haven't seen. So we just got to stay true to our fundamentals and do what we do. Play football like the kids said. Have fun. Go out there and play hard and come away with a win.
All right. Who got on this up there and throwing up his?
That's a dope here. I'm Raeford Parks, senior at Southeast High School.
Run it down. You know what the people want to hear. Run it on down.
I've been playing football since my 5th grade year at Satchel Paige. It was just flag football though. I played free safety and I played a little quarterback.
I'm gonna interrupt you. What's your give your measurements and stuff so they have a feeling for how tall.
Okay. My height, I'm 5'8", 180 pounds.
All right, go ahead and finish.
Well, yeah, I was playing football my 5th grade year at Satchel Paige, flag football, and it transitioned to this school. I really didn't play any other football since then. I was playing my freshman year, but I didn't really get that much playing time. But then transitioning into my sophomore year, I started at strong safety, number 23. I started at strong safety. And last
what was
year,
that like when you start? Have you played any offense in your football career?
oh yeah, my junior year, last year is when I really started playing offense. I was a slot receiver. I ended that season with 14 touchdowns.
Ah, oh, so you was doing a little something, something.
Yeah.
What do you like to play, offense or defense?
Offense. I really been feeling offense lately.
Can you go across the middle and get popped real good and hold on to the ball?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh boy, even your quarterback is saying, "Oh, you got some heart, bro."
Definitely.
All right, dog. We got a dog on the program
Yes, sir.
tonight.
Yes, sir.
He say most of the time when I say, "Can you go across the middle?" guys be slow about answering because them linebackers. They looking, they like, oh, you want to come across the middle? We see about that.
Yeah.
So, what do you consider your best attributes as a player?
My best attributes, I will say my route running and my catching and my just will to never give up.
Coach?
That's on track.
That's on track?
That's on track.
All right. Boy, Coach, hurry up and co-sign for you there, bro.
Yes, sir.
You been out on the track? You got a 40 time?
My 40, the last 40 I ran a 4.5.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's faster now because I do run track.
Well, boy, I was a track star and I only ran 4.4.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, you young kids are really moving up. Have you made any personal goals for yourself for this season?
No, I haven't really made any personal goals. I just, as a group, as a team, I just want us to win. I haven't really made any personal goals.
Do you want to go to college? Do you plan to go to college? And do you think that by the time the season's over, you might have some colleges looking at you?
Oh yes, sir. I do plan on going to college, and I do feel like there's colleges that's gonna give me a shot.
Julius, what are you doing in the way of that? Putting for one, you got them on Cascade Sports, putting them in position to go to the next level. Are you doing any extra things, reaching out to any of these coaches for these kids, or using your network?
Definitely for the ones that, especially for the seniors. But like I said, this is a new program, so we're trying to establish something like a pipeline that's coming through. But as far as the seniors are concerned, every week we're sending emails, we're sending highlight tapes out, we're sending measurements out. They know that they also have to have the grades, so we're sending grades. We're keeping grade checks on them to make sure the grades stay up and stay ahead of where they need to be at. So we're doing everything in our power.
The City of Fountain Coaches Association's list, because we've got about 24 HBCU coaches in the organization, so that you can pop off some emails and call them personally for some of your players. I'll try to get that to you tonight.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Have you looked at either one of y'all, and especially you as a freshman? I want you to keep your eyes on HBCU schools. The wide receiver, number 3. Have you looked at any HBCUs, or where do you want to go to school? Because I know you should be having in your mind right about now, I want to go to school where I want to go.
I haven't really made a decision on what college I plan on attending. And I haven't really looked at any HBCUs either. But I know that that's a yeah.
I'm saying that's where it's getting ready to really, over the next two decades.
Yeah.
I'm going to say over the next 2 years, watch how many major black NFL players wind up taking HBCU jobs.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
You see it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, because we got to go to the universities that our fathers went to, and we got to try to bring some of our talent back to, I call it back home. And that's just like with Cascade Sports. We try to tell our athletes, we cover you. You need to be covering us on social media and going to our websites and what have you, so that you support the people that support you. Who was some of your mentors in your life, help you build your character and help you to where you're at right now as a person, not as a coach? Well, you might have a coach doing that also.
But my mother, Shakita Robinson, my grandmother.
Shout out, Miss Robinson.
My grandmother, Jeannie Davis, and all of my siblings.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Grandma, because I'm Pawpaw, and double shout out to you, Grandma.
Yes, double shout out to Grandma.
Yeah, you know how Mama be. When don't nobody want you, you can go to her.
Sir.
Who else did you say?
All of my siblings.
Your siblings, how many you got?
I got 6 sisters and 3 brothers.
Run them down.
My youngest sister, she just turned 10 today. Jaden Scott.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Jaden Scott, Zoriel Robinson, Ramaya Parks, Raven Parks, Rakayla Parks, Dashika Robinson, Ramela Robinson, Ronnie Parks, and Raymond Robinson.
Boy, you had the team right there at the crib.
Oh, yeah. I love my sister.
Yeah, so how do you feel that you get along with your teammates?
The chemistry is all there. I've been knowing most of them since I was a freshman, so we already had that chemistry going from my freshman year leading on to my senior year.
Where are you at with your grades?
I'm working on them now. I'm not gonna lie, they're not the best, but I'm getting them to where they need to be.
All right. Is there anything that you want to say to? Oh yeah, you the big time senior. What would you recommend? And I'm glad you got some grade problems. What would you recommend to a freshman?
Oh man, you gotta stay on top of it. Do not fall behind in anything, and take extra credit work.
What would you say? Not just on grades. What would you say if you wanna rise as a student athlete? What do you have to do as a freshman?
Handle your responsibilities.
What is that? I'm saying that's like, what would you say if you could go back to be a freshman? What would you do different?
Well, me as a freshman, I slacked a lot. I slacked a lot. I just thought work was just there. So I would have done a lot of more work. I would have paid attention in class more. Yeah.
So that's what you would tell us freshmen.
Yeah, do not slack.
All right. Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
What do you have to say about both these players? And how long had you seen him with his schoolwork, his play, and how long have you been introduced into his life?
A lot of these guys I knew from last year, just on a personal level, working in the building. So I knew them on a personal and an academic level. They'll tell you. I'll be the first ones to tell them in the hallways, at lunch. Where's this assignment at? Where's these grades at? What missing assignments do you have? Have you asked about the missing assignments? Things like that. And like I said, I'm the first person to ask, even now today as a head coach, and I'm not in the building. We're not in the building together. So it's even more important that we stay on top of each other and hold each other accountable. They know how important it is to me, because as a coach, I can't speak on your behalf, or I can't put you out there as much as I want to put you out there, because college coaches, the first thing that they're going to ask for is transcripts. So I think the freshmen sees that in the seniors. The seniors are able to relate that back to the freshmen, and the sophomores and the juniors are starting to get that and starting getting ahead of it now. But like I said, it's a new thing. It's a new wave. It's a new culture. here over at Southeast that we trying to
Baby.
establish.
You
Yeah, this new paradigm. It's a new sheriff in the house.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, bro. Tell me this. Do you take on the leadership responsibilities that a senior does in with his team at this point?
You talking to me?
No, the senior. You a freshman.
What did you say that again?
I said, are you taking on the leadership responsibilities as a senior? Most seniors that are in leadership position, they basically junior coaches, and the coach is one thing, but you're really like this with your team, and everybody's in lockstep with the program. Do you talk to the players?
Oh yeah, being a senior and especially being a senior captain, the younger players, they're going to mirror you. So whatever you do, they're going to do. So if you're going to do what you do, you got to do it 10 times harder so they can do it 10 times harder.
All right. In closing, we can ready to close this on out. You got any closing statements?
Go Knights.
Ow. All right, big boy. It's your turn.
Yeah, go Knights.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Coach, how you want to close out?
We just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you, one, to all the parents that keep supporting us and stays with us. It's a hard year. It's been a hard year. I'm not just talking about football, but I'm just talking about outside of football. So I really do appreciate the parents. Definitely want to shout them out. They want to shout out our athletic director, Thomas Grotto, all of our principals, Jessica Bassett, Chanel Smith, Brian Ray, and Brian Shaw for being our administrators and supporting us 1,000%. So definitely want to shout them out. Shout out to our trainer, Karen Klein. She's been great.
What's up.
Taking care of us.
What's up. See, you one of the only coaches know your damn people. That's undergirding your program.
For sure. Without those folks, we don't have a program. So.
Hey, Coach. You don't know. I'm really proud of you because I seen you in high school, and you're turning out to be really a top flight coach and a credit to the community. And I know you're a credit to that school that high school you went to. And so, as we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you really invest in yourself. Go Blue Knights.
Appreciate you.
All right.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.